I made a shocking discovery today when I was hanging out over at MEUK's Discord server.
Are we gonna keep on fighting? Are we gonna keep on dividing? Are we gonna keep on fighting? Are we gonna keep on dividing? Well, are we gonna keep on fighting? Are we gonna keep on dividing? Are we gonna keep on fighting? Are we gonna keep on dividing? Well,
sound level.
No, it's just geometry, Brad.
Definitions around to make it fit your narrative.
No, Brad. This is the fundamental basics of Euclidean geometry. This is how we describe things.
How long ago did Euclid live? Move past that.
I don't know. I don't even know if he did live. Could have been made up, right? That doesn't stop the fact that geometry is the truth. Right? It wasn't invented. It was found. Who discovered it? People who thought things. If you conclude a logical argument and there is no other way, another possible way of anyone to obfuscate it or anything, then you end up with geometry. That's why it defines things for us, Brad. And one of those things it defines is an angle. And an angle is the division between two straight lines.
I have a question. In debate discussion, my last picture I put up there. Where am I wrong? What do I have wrong?
Two different geometries.
You've got a right angle to a curved surface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That can happen.
No, it can't.
Right.
It happens everywhere.
You ask where you're wrong, and you are told where you are wrong, and then you correct why you are wrong.
Why can't you not have that? Let's say that's the hill.
Tell you what,
why can't you mark
out and come back and have a geometry lesson, Brad? How does that sound?
There is an angular difference between all three of those lines.
If you can't understand that A, B, and C are all vertical, then every test you do on the globe will not work because you're using the wrong kind of geometry.
I don't understand. What geometry should I be using?
Something other than what you're doing, because A, B, and C on that are vertical.
Okay. So are you also saying that Euclidean geometry is like what would you call it? Flat Earth geometry?
I don't care about.
You don't care about the definition of an angle.
No.
All he cares about is that he is already on a ball.
Yeah, he lives on a curve. It's overriding everything.
Euclidean geometry.
Pardon?
Throw that book away and get a new book.
Get a new book. Throw the Euclidean geometry book away, you say, Brad, the science guy.
Until you can believe that A, B, and C on my picture are vertical, there's no longer discussion with you.
Okay, well, all right, goodbye. See you later, Brad. Because I'm not going to believe that three different lines at different angles to each other can all be vertical. Because that takes some brilliant mind trick to be able to think that, Brad.
Not really. It's pretty simple.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's obviously easy for you to be able to believe it. I mean, you can draw pictures of it and everything.
I don't see why you can't.
Because it doesn't geometrically work.
Yes, it does.
Which geometry are you using, Brad?
I just use geometry, period. I'm not going to stick
geometry, period? I don't know where that is.
Geometry is geometry.
Yeah, Euclidean geometry, mate.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
No, move past Euclidean geometry. Use something else. It's like, I think you're locked into a certain definition and it won't let you get to the truth.
So like what, Brad? What other geometry do you want us to use?
I want to use a geometry where A, B, and C are vertical.
Let's fight the flat Earth geometry. Well done. Just make it up.
Would that be?
I want it to work. Okay, go make up a new geometry.
Hey, Bev, have you thought of that? Maybe you're wrong.
Okay. Has everybody checked out the new MEUK Discord logo?
The
Yeah, that looks really good.
That is the logos of logos.
It does so looks like a Space Invader. See, with the arms going up and down.
That reminds me of that Rush song. The Space Invader gets by on you.
Who's this guy driving the truck? Where did he come from?
Ba, 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 ba.
Singing. A guy singing.
Yeah. Come on, Brad. Don't be scared. Explain your drawings to us.
Go over John's sea level, or should we save that? I'll save that, really. I already went over that one once. You made a meme, didn't you, about the sea level?
Which one?
I think that was curved, wasn't it?
Did I?
Yeah. Because
he done so many, mate. I can't.
He
remember.
questioned the sea level. I said the sea level's sea level. The mean average. And he went, no, it isn't, over at Gems.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Seriously can't remember making that meme.
I've done so many, mate.
I know.
It all becomes a bit of a blur.
Brad, what's up, man? You come to talk or you just hanging out?
Just hanging out by the looks of it.
He's coming with his intersecting horizontals on his globe model.
So,
I don't know which one of these models he goes with, right?
Isn't that the one that hung Bill Bell? No, the rumpus. That's the one that hung the rumpus out to dry, wasn't it? Exactly what he's described there.
Oh, let's have a look at.
Oh, horizontal perpendiculars.
Mm-hmm.
Little E Earth to Brad. Come in, Brad.
Ooh. I get what Flatsoid's saying there. I mean, I don't like drawing their model.
It's kind of reifying it for them, isn't it?
Yeah. As soon as you draw that circle, I mean, he's got a wobbly bit down at the bottom. That's a Xanic geoid. It goes a bit lumpy. But yeah, he's saying, look, if you don't measure the same slope looking down on every point, then it can't be a sphere. Well, you're horizontal, right? It's like we've said all along.
So he's just doing the opposite of what they do with the perpendicular. He's just saying measuring down.
Yeah, he's saying, he's sort of his way of saying about the intersecting horizontals that Brad has.
Okay, yep.
Good morning.
Just kind
Can you hear me?
of threw me off.
Hello?
Was that Brad?
That was me. Good morning.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Dude,
No, not
turn your
really.
bass down a bit on your voice changer.
I don't have a voice changer. My microphone is crap.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'd have to agree.
Yeah.
Me too. Sorry to say, but yeah.
It's just all bass. Bass and treble.
All about the bass, the bass, the bass.
See if the government can give you a new microphone, Brad.
Tell Emma it's all
I'll
about
ask
the bass.
NASA.
Do you not
Jesus,
have a
my
big
budget.
fund for ball defenders? The Globe Lover kitty for...
I get nothing.
Wow. So you do this for free then?
Oh yeah. What was your question about my artwork?
Your artwork. Which one? We were just going over flat side stuff, but I mean, we Can have a look at yours if you want.
Oh,
You've done a few, right?
oh yeah, several.
What were they meaning to be?
Just kind of.
Bev, you were kind of cutting out.
Am I?
Well, it was there. I don't know if it is. I don't think it is.
I had several that were showing your test or horizontal and level lines. I had all kinds of pictures out there right now.
Yeah.
Is domesticated primate in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just kind of chatting back and forth in the debate part, the debate discussion part,
Yeah.
and you wanted me to add another line. I wasn't sure what you were trying to get at.
Well, you've got a. Well, I'm not in Discord at the moment. Hang on, let me get back to Discord. Your first drawing,
Which one? The one that
The
I've just
first
put
one
in the debate discussion. That one.
the one you
Oh.
just put in the. Let's have a look. No.
Not that one
Brad's
with the vertical.
first drawing. Brad's
There-
first.
Hey, Bev, is there a way I can see your screen? Right now I don't see anything.
I've just posted one again in the debate discussion. Do you want me to copy one, DP?
I can click over
It's
to
alright.
post
No,
it
I'm doing
again.
it now. I'm doing it now.
Okay.
I've just reposted it.
I'm over in debate discussion.
Yeah.
Right, so I've just reposted it in debate discussion. Yeah,
Oh, sure.
you've got a horizontal line B
Mm-hmm.
and a vertical line A.
Yeah.
Right, so you can draw a vertical anywhere along the horizontal. Yeah, at 90 degrees.
Yeah.
So if you draw another vertical along that horizontal at point Y.
Mm-hmm. What does that do to show you, though? That was my question.
Yeah, your mic's really shit, man.
Yeah.
It's really horrible.
Yeah.
So my question to you was to draw. I've just reposted my question to you. Was to either draw another vertical at point X or another one on your horizontal line at point Y. I mean, you got the choice of two. You can pick and choose.
Just geometric, right?
Kind of like that.
That's a vertical, is it?
A and X are vertical.
A and X. Well,
Now, X can't be a vertical, can it? Because it's
it's not
not
intersecting.
90 degrees on your horizontal.
Remember, vertical and horizontal are real life positions, and they are described as being perpendicular geometrically.
Every vertical has its own horizontal, is my position.
Well, that you've got that one intersecting that. I mean, you call it a horizontal. Are you sure that is a horizontal?
B?
Well, I mean, in order to call it a line, you would have to put another thing at the other end of it and call it line AB, wouldn't you? Because that's how you describe a line. From the 2 points, one at either end. You mark the points, and a line is
Well, let's call it line B. It's horizontal to A.
yeah, but like if in order to do geometry properly, right, we're not going to make up our new form of geometry, right? We can't do that, are we? We're not that level, are you?
I'm not trying to make anything up. I'm just calling a line a line.
Okay.
You
So
see my point, though? A is perpendicular. So
well,
vertical.
A and B, you've got a little right angle symbol there, yes.
Sure, yeah. A is vertical, and X is vertical also.
But then you see you've got a horizontal that is perpendicular to one vertical
Yeah.
and not perpendicular to another vertical.
I had another one up here.
See, that's, you know what that's called? That's called a geometric fallacy. And you know what happens with the geometric fallacies?
Trying to do something.
It sounds like you're doing a thing that we call around here fight the flat earth geometry. You are in fact just making shit up.
Not really.
Yeah, definitely. Now I like this. You go in with the what's that? Is that the McToon Walter Bislin model?
This is something I drew up of your test.
Yeah, I like that one. You've got a vertical like a testicle, right?
It's like on a curve.
Yeah, is that a new, different sort of vertical?
Not really. A, B, and C are all vertical. See, on this drawing, I was trying to tell you, let's say, okay, you were going to make a horizontal line at A. Your surveyors were going to map out or plot out a horizontal line at A.
Yeah, you see, you've wrote that out like you are, like you're speaking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true.
Yeah, but that's not that's not mathematically wrote out correct, is it? Because you've got AB, which is A times B plus C.
I have no clue.
You've not separated A and B. You've put A and B together and separated C.
I'm looking at A by itself, B by itself, C by itself.
A and B and C.
But my point was, okay, you're at A, your surveyors are going to mark a horizontal line.
Right. So
plot out.
looking at that line at A, do you think that's vertical?
Well, let me finish my point. They're going to mark out a horizontal line at A. When you get down to C, that's not the same horizontal. You know, C is
not on your drawing, no, but I'm just asking you now. Do you think that is a vertical? Does that look like a vertical at A?
Yeah, A is vertical.
But what? It looks like it's on an angle to me, and it looks like it's an angle away from vertical.
It's on a curved surface.
Well, right. So it's on a curved surface.
When you're standing at A, that will be straight up and down. No,
we're dealing with reality here, right?
Yeah. My reality is we're on a curve. So
right. Okay. So you.
That curve.
Okay. So
this is a picture of the globe, a model of the globe.
Yeah, and your globe model is trying to dictate the geometry that you are using right now, even in this drawing. And DP's just shown you from the picture above that you can't have a vertical intersecting a horizontal at a different angle other than perpendicular.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Well, you've just drawn it. Vertical and horizontal are perpendicular. Perpendicular means they're 90 degrees from each other. It's a very definite position. We measure all angles and all known reference from those two positions.
Yeah, like I'm saying, at one point.
It's a line. You can't have a perpendicular because a perpendicular is a line. And a line needs a point at one end and a point at the other end. 2 points. Not one, two. One at each end of the line. Now, a line can be extended indefinitely.
The reason I say point is it's a different position. As soon as you go to a different position, you have a different vertical and a different horizontal. Kind of like my last drawing there. Every time
That's
you go
in
to a
your
different-
imagination, like I said earlier. Your imagination is dictating the geometry you're using. And the geometry you're using, you're just making up.
I'm not making it up.
You
I'm
are.
just, that's why
Yeah,
when
what's-
we were talking to the surveyors like George and Jeff, the main surveyors,
They're not
only-
they're not
They're not
surveyors.
surveyors. Dear,
Yeah.
oh dear.
they're surveyors. And that's why you were on a different.
Like, you've called yourself Brad the science guy. Now, you're not actually a science guy,
No.
are you?
Not at all.
No. So you can call yourself whatever you want to call
I just
yourself.
typed the name in and it asked me to put a name in, so I put that.
Yeah.
What do you think the main surveyor did? He typed in a name when he asked him to.
No, he's the actual surveyor.
I can't hear what you're saying. That was pretty bad, that.
Oh, sorry.
It's really bad.
He said that the
surveyor is a surveyor. He's a licensed surveyor. He gets paid to do it.
Gets paid to do it.
Who's he talking about?
I don't
he
know.
said the main surveyor is a real surveyor.
Ah, okay.
He gets paid to survey. Anyhow,
And how do you know that?
well, I'm taking his word for it. you
No.
know.
All right, so you don't actually know that.
But why would you want to argue with every surveyor you talk to?
We don't. We
You
don't.
do.
We get on well with 99% of the surveyors that we talk to, right?
Well, the ones that I've heard you talk to on streams, you argue with them. Like you're arguing with me right now.
You're classing George.
George thinks that George would agree with my picture on it.
George was talking to us last night about marking a piece of paper on the measuring stick and marking it with your pencil because it was 30 millimeters away from your level, and then expecting it could only be within a centimeter of accuracy. But so, like, I wouldn't take much George says at the minute. He's going through a little bit of a strange patch at the minute, George.
A strange patch.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that. Strange patch.
He'll be shaving on camera soon on live streams. And as for Jeff, he was asking me why I would want a surveyor to establish a horizontal. So, how much of a surveyor do you think he is?
I think he's pretty good.
All right. So, why would he ask me why
Why
I
would he-
wanted to establish a horizontal? Do you know why I would want to establish a horizontal?
I kind of get the idea of your point, of your test.
Okay. Well, you're not a surveyor, are you? Or you don't even claim to be a surveyor.
No,
No.
I don't know.
What can you imagine that somebody that might claim to be a surveyor asked a question such as that? Would that be a bit embarrassing?
I got a question. Okay, you're going to do this test. What do you expect to see?
I
What's
can't.
your hypothesis?
He asked what you expect to see with your test.
It's an observation.
What we
It
see.
shows what it shows.
Yeah.
What do you
you think?
expect to see?
What
When
do
you
you
do
Do
this-
I expect to see? I expect to see the water level establishing a horizontal plane of reference, just like it says it does. And I would expect to see the water level to be more accurate at establishing a horizontal plane of reference than any tool over a longer distance.
Yeah, but I don't. Look at my picture, the last one I put on in the debate discussion. That would not be true.
That last picture, you're working with two different geometries. That's what he's saying.
I'm saying on a curve, you're going to get what I have.
Well, no, because
And
you've
it's not
see
going to be at all.
the problem you've got there is you've got a perpendicular. Your vertical is perpendicular to both a curved surface and a straight line, right? That there exposes your weakness in geometry. Your misunderstanding of the basics of geometry is exposed within that picture right there, Brad.
Not really.
Yes, it is. You cannot have an angle to a curve. There's no such thing.
Angle to a curve, right? Sure there is.
You're sure there is? Well, I'll tell you, there isn't. Because an angle is the inclination of one straight line or plane to another. It has to be. Because what you actually can call in that is like a radial line, a radius. Because that's how you establish an angle. An angle is the division of a circle into divisions, right? Into what we call them degrees, dividing it up into 360. Now, those divisions are a radius stretching out to the circumference of the circle. Straight lines.
Sounds like a bunch of word salad to me.
Did it?
I just wanted to.
You don't understand.
Good, gee.
Word salad.
You
Wow.
don't understand. Two different geometries.
Brad, Bev is explaining to you the fundamental basics of how geometry works, and it sounds like word salad to you.
No,
Go read a book,
Yeah.
Brad.
You're trying to make it sound like we can't live on a globe.
Go
Like,
read
absolutely
a book, Brad.
I'm
You
just
know, I don't
talking
care what you
about
call it.
basic geometry, Brad.
Yeah, you call it basic geometry.
Yeah,
No.
I do.
Your basic geometry makes it so we live on a flat plane. No, we don't.
No. It's just
You can't
geometry,
twist
Brad.
your definitions around to make it fit your narrative.
No,
It's like,
no, Brad. This is
It's
the
really-
fundamental basics of Euclidean geometry. This is how
move
we,
on past you.
this is how we describe things.
How long ago did Euclid live? Move past that.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know if he did live. Could have been made up, right? That doesn't stop the fact that geometry is the truth. Right? It wasn't invented. It was found. Who discovered it? People who thought things. If you conclude a logical argument and there is no other way, another possible way of anyone to obfuscate it or anything, then you end up with geometry. That's why it defines things for us, Brad. And one of those things it defines is an angle. And an angle is the division between two straight lines.
I have a question. In debate discussion, my last picture I put up there. Where am I wrong? What do I have wrong?
Two different geometries.
You've got a right angle to a curved surface.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
That can happen.
No, it can't.
Brad,
It happens everywhere.
you ask where you're wrong, and you are told where you are wrong, and then you correct reasons why you are wrong.
Why can't you not have that? Let's say that's the hill.
Tell you
Why-
what,
why
sort
can't
your
you
bike
mark-
out and come
Why
back
can't-
and have a geometry lesson, Brad. How does
There you
that
go.
sound?
All
It
right,
just
I'll give
doesn't
you
make
the
sense. Why can't I not have that?
definition
You can't
9.
hear a word you're saying.
Listen to this, Brad. Definition 9, Euclid's Elements, Book 1, in the definitions, number 9. A plane
Nothing like
rectilinear
the-
angle is the inclination of two straight lines to one another, which meet together but are not on the same straight line. Is that any? Do you want any more basic than that? I mean, that does describe what an angle is, doesn't it?
I don't care what angle is.
What do you mean you don't care? Because you want to go with the fight the flat Earth geometry. I know it's understandable. Most people with the model like to do that and like to sort of override Euclidean geometry with their own geometry. Yeah, it's natural.
I think your box
doesn't care.
is one belief. You need to believe other things. I don't know how to describe it. But
Dude, your mind is shit.
I believe we can have angles, we can have straight lines, we can have curves.
Yeah, no, you can have curves. Yeah, nobody said you can't have curves.
Bev's trying to tell you on your picture at the top of each point, when you've got that perpendicular at the top of, like, say, A, that's an actual 90 degree. But at the bottom, per geometry, it's a different one. You've got a perpendicular to a curved line, and that's fallacy.
That ain't happening.
It's pretty close to being straight at that point.
Close but no cigar, Brad.
Well, then how would you map it on a curve? You have to be able to draw it on a curve.
You can't have an angle to a curve. You can't draw that right angle there. You cannot say that a vertical is perpendicular to the surface.
So what
you can't say if you've got a curve there, you're not allowed to say that. You have to come up with another word, Brad.
So you
don't use perpendicular.
Right? You do surveying, right?
Yeah. Oh, in fact, if you look on that one there, the debate discussion at number 10, it says when a straight line standing on another straight line makes the adjacent angles equal to one another, each of the angles is called a right angle, and the straight line which stands on the other is called a perpendicular to it. So that's the definition of perpendicular. Two straight lines intersecting at 90 degrees.
You can't go outside and create a vertical line.
Of course, can I just drop a plumb bob?
No, because it's on a curved surface. So
no, I can just drop a plumb bob.
Yeah, but you can't because that's not a straight line. You might be on a curve.
I could get a level. I could go and get me builder's level as well, and that would be horizontal. Perpendicular. I'd have a plumb line vertical, and then me level doing a horizontal. Like two different things. Yeah, I could definitely do that.
Go to my picture and tell me why I can't make a vertical.
You've put a curve there.
You just told me I couldn't. Well.
Yeah, you've put a curve there. You'd have to straighten that curve out, make it a straight line. You'd be right. It worked perfectly for you.
It's depicting what you would see on a curved surface. We live on a curved surface. I'm showing you what it would be. You can't go, okay, math can't make it curved. No.
Yeah, you can't just draw that geometry and say that's what we live on because that's what I'm drawing. You can't make up a geometry just because you imagine that you live on a curve now.
Yes.
And how do you prove that to us, Brad?
You can't tell me.
You can't do it through geometry, obviously. You've just proved that.
No, you're trying to make math prove something that isn't real. And
what do you mean? Math is the only proof, right? Fight the Flat Earth said that.
Cool.
Science doesn't prove anything. Maths is the only proof you get through maths.
Well, you're not going to make me think I live on a flat plane just because math.
I'm not trying to make you think anything.
Well, then tell me why I can't make A a vertical line.
What?
On my picture. Why can't A be a vertical line?
On your picture? Because it's not vertical. Look at it, it's on an angle. I can measure the angle it is from vertical if you want. Do you want me to do that to prove to you that it isn't vertical?
You have to think in 3 dimensions.
You have to think that a non-vertical line can be a vertical line if you're stood in a different position. That I don't have to think that. That's you.
A, B, and C are vertical.
No.
Yes.
No, they can't be. Like they are at different angles to each other.
At their point of reference, they are vertical.
No, they're not. At the point that they are, they are not all the same, are they? There is an angular difference between all three of those lines.
If you can't understand that A, B, and C are all vertical, then every test you do on the globe will not work because you're using the wrong kind of geometry.
I don't understand. What
A, B, and C
geometry
are
should I be using?
something other than what you're doing because A, B, and C on that are vertical.
Okay. So are you also saying that Euclidean geometry is like a, what would you call it? Flat Earth geometry?
I don't care
This
about
guy doesn't care about. You don't care about the definition of an angle.
No.
All he cares about is that he is already on a ball.
Yeah, he lives on a curve. It's overriding everything.
Euclidean geometry.
Pardon?
Throw that book away and get a new book.
Get a new book. Throw the Euclidean geometry book away, you say, Brad, the science guy.
Until you can believe that A, B, and C on my picture are vertical, there's no longer discussions with you.
Okay, well, all right, goodbye. See you later, Brad. Because I'm not going to believe that three different lines at different angles to each other can all be vertical. Because that takes some brilliant mind trick to be able to think that, Brad.
Not really. It's pretty simple.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's obviously easy for you to be able to believe it. I mean, you can draw pictures of it and everything.
I don't see why you can't.
Because it doesn't geometrically work.
Yes, it does.
Which geometry are you using, Brad?
I just use geometry, period. I'm not going to stick
Geometry, period? I don't
No.
know where that is.
Geometry is geometry.
Yeah, Euclidean geometry, mate.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
No, move past Euclidean geometry. Use something else. It's like I think you're locked into a certain definition and it won't let you get to the truth.
So, like what, Brad? What other geometry do you want us to use?
I want to use a geometry where A, B, and C are vertical.
That's Fight the Flat Earth geometry. Well done.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Just make it up.
Would that be?
wrong.
I want it to work. Okay, go make up a new geometry.
Hey, Bev, have you thought of that? Maybe you're wrong.
These are
No.
principles.
We're wrong for using Euclidean principles when we do geometry.
Something's wrong because if you can't see A, B, and C are all vertical, something's wrong. You're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
You use all these words and like, oh, this can't be that, and the angle can't do this. I don't care what it is. A, B, and C are all vertical.
They're not, though. You can look at them and see that they're not.
That's why every time you talk to a surveyor,
No, you don't say that. Please, Brad, don't say that.
you don't match.
You don't,
because
Brad.
you're talking about one model, and they're talking about a different.
No, those people that you're talking about are not surveyors. They may use a similar geometry to you. In fact, do they agree? Do they agree with you, Brad?
They have a different belief than you.
These surveyors, do they agree with you?
Yeah.
Yes. And that belief is that you can have vertical at an angle to another vertical.
Yep.
Yes. Do you know about any measurements or measurable angles? Did they tell you anything about any drop or what do you call it? You know, how do they measure this curvature?
Tilt?
Yeah,
Well, tilt. I mean, Jesse uses tilt, but I don't think you've talked to Jesse yet, have you?
Oh, I've never talked to a surveyor.
Okay.
You've never even talked to
You've
us
never
about
talked to a surveyor, just on Twitter.
Twitter, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched some debates with you and some surveyors.
Oh, so you saw which one? The McToons and Jeff one?
Yeah, McToon's. And then I went back and, was it Mr. Sensible? I think you were on there.
Yeah.
I went over there and watched that one after that.
Oh, well, where we explain the test.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we tried to explain it. He didn't really understand it, did he?
The first time I heard you talking to the surveyor was on MC Toon's channel. I watched that stream and it's like, oh, that's kind of neat. And I couldn't understand why you guys were butting heads. I could see their position.
I don't think I've ever talked to a surveyor on McToons. Which one was that?
There was two of them. George was on there, and then the main surveyor. But
No,
anyhow,
they're not surveyors.
yeah, they are.
No.
After that, I
No.
went over there and watched Mr. Sensible. He had one that with you also.
Yeah. We had a chat with him a bit earlier on in the
We
week.
chatted with him. There wasn't a surveyor.
Pardon?
There wasn't a surveyor on Mr. Sensible.
No, there wasn't a surveyor on McToon's either.
But anyhow, I agree with the surveyors. Like,
Well, I don't agree that they are surveyors.
so I came up with a couple little drawings here to kind of show my point.
Yeah. Well, you show that you don't know anything about geometry and you can just make geometry up. If you believe it hard enough. If you could find some more people on Twitter that claim to be surveyors that will give you... and they've told you that you're correct, right? They've buffed you up in order to come in here. You know that they're scared to come in here. Because they...
Is that what it is?
Yeah, they know that they'll look foolish if they come in here with these arguments. So what they do is they tell people that these arguments are right, and people who have a belief in a model, and they tell them, and like people like you come in here quite often with your belief. But I mean, it's not founded on anything, is it, other than what you presume is going to happen, and these people that are supposed surveyors telling you things.
Can you look in the debate discussion? I just posted a new picture. That was the first one I drew up.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
now see that one at the bottom? You've called that horizontal, but look how high it's going at one end.
Yeah.
Sorry,
And that's what the
sorry,
surveyor
the
told
missus
you.
is
When
calling
you get
me.
to the end, when you get to that end, that horizontal will be above your post. By 8 inches in a mile. Did I lose
He
you?
said, no, he's got a phone call. Just have to wait a
Okay.
second.
Do you agree with my picture?
I actually didn't even look at it. I just got here.
Oh, I see.
Sorry, I'm back now. That was the missus.
there
I've
he
got to
is.
go. I've got to go and pick her up in a bit.
Oh.
So I've got about quarter of an hour, I think, before the lad comes home from school.
All right.
So that
Yeah,
bottom one, it's
Yeah.
horizontal, but I mean, it's definitely higher on one end than the other, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, you wouldn't call
there's
that
a-
level at all, would you?
The horizontal line,
Yeah.
not level.
No. So the horizontal isn't level then.
At one point, at point A, it's level. That's good. I kind of drew a level on top of there. I should have moved it way over.
Right. So
I should have never put that level on. But that's
you're
point
saying
A.
horizontal is level, but only at one point.
There you go. Perfect. At point A, you
Okay.
set up your what do you have?
So you're
outer
going with
line,
horizontal is level
station.
at that point.
Yeah.
Right now, at that point where horizontal is level, are you a flat earther?
You could be. It's like I told everybody else. I walk outside and it looks flat. If you look at one point on the earth, it looks flat. You cannot tell there's a curve. You stand at point A and everything's flat and level. But if you start measuring out long distances, you figure out, no, not so much. There's a curve.
Yeah, there is elevation, right? I mean, there's mountains and valleys and all of that, right?
But like,
That's definitely
okay.
not flat.
that brings up a good point. Look at my bottom, the bottom of that picture. That could be on a hill, right?
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it?
But look at the water levels. They're all level.
No, they're not. One,
If it was
two
on a
in the
hill,
middle
the
are
water would
higher than the
pour
other
out.
ones. The water would drain out.
Yeah, if it was on a hill, the water would drain out. But if it's on a curve with gravity being equal all along that curve, the water will be level.
Ah, right. So, see, now, you've just added a new word in there, right?
Gravity?
Yeah.
Wow. Not the evil word gravity.
Well, it's, how does that act? It has a vector, right?
The vector towards the center of mass, the center of the earth.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why the water's going to
It's-
curve around that.
What's it called, that vector, though?
What's it called? You tell me.
It's called vertical, with the AL at the end, like.
That's what makes the plumb bob go down vertical.
Yeah, that's
It's going
vertical.
towards
So
the center of,
it acts perpendicularly to the surface.
yep.
Yeah.
And at every point A, B, and C, the plumb bob will be vertical.
Yeah, but if it acts perpendicular to the surface, then that surface isn't a curve. It's a straight line. It's perpendicular.
No, you can't say that. No.
Yeah, of course you
It
can.
could be a curve. How did you come up with it can't be a curve?
Perpendicular. I can give you the definition of
Now
perpendicular
you're
if you
going
want.
with perpendicular lines can't do this, and now you're locked into it can't be a curve. No,
Yeah,
you can't use
perpendicular
that.
is two straight lines. Is there something wrong with that? Or do you think that's not...
Yeah, there's something wrong with that. If you say it can't be on a curve, there's something wrong with that.
Well,
can't
can you
lock yourself
you
into,
find
no, it
us the
can't be a curve.
definition of perpendicular that states
I'm not going to
it
go to a definition.
can be a perpendicular to a curve?
I'm not going to a definition book or something.
Well,
that tells
do you
me
know?
that something
Do you
can
know
be
what a perpendicular is then?
perpendicular is 90 degrees to a straight line.
Yes, making it a straight line.
Yeah,
Yeah. So there's straight lines.
straight lines.
Yeah.
I believe in lines. I believe in it.
So
But
you
you
even
can't tell me-
describe a perpendicular as being
You can't
two
tell me
straight
because-
lines.
You can't tell me because this definition means this, that we can't live on a curve. No, you can't.
I'm not fighting you, mate. I don't want to get into
Well,
an argument, but
you're
you've
telling
just
me I
stated
can't.
that it's two straight lines. That even you understand it to be two straight lines. So there's something happening somewhere
He's telling you
that's
that you can't
curving.
live on a curb.
Yeah.
See, I think you're realizing that yourself that you can't live on a curb.
No, really. I think we do.
I know we know you think you do, but I mean you have no proof, and even you imagine that curve to be a straight.
Not really.
It's very clever, very clever. The people that have done this mind trick are very, very good. And it's not me, by the way. It's not me that's performing this mind trick.
It's not a mind trick. It's reality.
For you, because
Well, I got to
It kind
say,
of is because you're saying you don't care about definitions.
definitions can't lock me into not saying I live on a globe.
I didn't say
That's my
you
point.
do.
You're saying I can't.
Do you feel that level being horizontal is threatening to a model that you have?
No. My
No.
point is,
So, but
hold
level
on.
is
That's what-
horizontal, though, isn't it?
level isn't horizontal all the way. Like at A, level is horizontal, but level follows that curve. Where's my other picture? I had another picture.
But it's a straight line that you're looking at through when
Level
you
is
get.
curve.
Okay, you keep saying that. It's like a mantra, right? You know.
I can't copy this one.
You know how quick you keep coming back with that. Level is a
Can you
curve.
go-
As soon as I say level is horizontal, it's a straight line.
In the debate discussion, can you scroll way up? I had a picture in there earlier. Somebody reposted it. It was a domesticated primate. And he wanted me to add another line onto Y.
Yeah.
Can you find that picture? It's on my other device. I don't have it. Copy it. It's a picture of a globe with a vertical line and a horizontal line, showing that the level is curved.
Oh yeah, it's got a drawing on it. Yeah. Here we go.
Did you find it?
There we go. That one. Oh,
There we
both
go,
of
that
us.
one.
There's two of them there. Look at that.
There you go.
Yep.
At point A, let's go to point A on the top. You're at point A, you have horizontal B mapped out there. And your level line falls away from that horizontal line, curves around the surface of the earth. So,
The line that you've marked level and drawn a thing to there is actually the circumference of a circle, isn't it?
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Equal distance away from the circle. Globers are people that
It's
believe
just
in the
another
global
circle, right?
level curves away, or level curves.
You keep
Well,
saying that. I know. It's like a mantra.
But you were saying horizontal and level are the same thing. At
They are.
point A, it pretty much looks like it, you know, but it falls away. The level won't follow your horizontal; it will curve away. Does that make sense? That's what we
No,
believe.
it doesn't make any sense at all. But I mean, I understand why you say it. You say it because people have told you to say it, and then like they told you to imagine that the water level drops away from horizontal at a rate of 8 inches times the distance in miles squared, haven't they?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. That's what I believe.
Yep.
And that's what I think your test will show. If you do your test right, you know, if you do that, mark out that horizontal line, it will go up on your last post, but that will show you your curve. You know,
It will. You see, the way you say it will go up on the last
I was
post.
going to say, he said it would go up on the
Yeah.
last post.
But it's horizontal,
horizontal
right?
line.
The water drops away.
the water will drop away.
Yeah, well, why do you think up then? Like, what makes your mind
Well, I'm
turn
saying on
that
your
to
post,
up?
the water won't drop away, but on your post, the level line will be higher than the water.
It's horizontal.
The line is horizontal, but it will go up. Look at my picture again. Do you see my picture flat and curved?
Horizontal doesn't go up, does it?
Yeah, that's the
The
whole point of
horizontal-
horizontal. It's neither up nor down at either end.
But when you
It's
get to
level.
the very
It's
end,
horizontal, right?
when you get to the very end, full C, it will be higher.
Level is no different than purgatory. You just stuck.
Does that make sense?
It doesn't make any sense at all. Does it make sense to you?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're running on a different understanding of sense.
A different understanding of reality. So you think we can't live on a curved surface, and I believe we do.
You know what happens to water on a curved surface?
The curve.
The water doesn't. It goes level.
Level.
Well, if it's on a curve, I can see it flowing to some place where it is level.
But level, like I was saying, yeah, I'm getting like an echo.
Yeah. That.
Oh, yeah, sorry, that's...
But level is curved.
You keep saying that like it's a mantra, right?
It is. It's level is curved. That's why the water wouldn't flow out. Can you look at my diagram?
Have
again?
you got any? Have you ever looked in a dictionary
I'm not going to go.
for level? Or you could have a look at. We've got a website, you know, on the
I've
level.live.
Yes, I've seen.
It's got a few. Have you
definitions
seen
of
the
level.
evidences on there for the?
You know what? Fight the Flat Earth says. Level follows the curvature. How does he put that?
Right. Has he ever wrote it down anywhere? Can we cite it? Can you?
It follows
Can
the
give us a
curved
reference
surface of the
for
Earth
it.
or something like that.
No. Can you actually give us a reference in a dictionary? Have you done a dictionary yet?
I could go online and find something for you. If you
Yes,
need.
please. Go on.
Okay. Well, give me a minute.
You find us something that says level is curved, but preferably some sort of a dictionary definition or something, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You don't want to just get a picture from like somebody like you's wrote. You could have drawn one a bit earlier and wrote just drawn level on a.
You don't have your own dictionary, do you?
Pardon? I've got loads of dictionaries.
Oh, I was wondering if you had your own that nobody else uses.
No, I mean the one that
I'm
you've
just
made
kidding.
up with your own
I'm trying to make-
definitions, because
trying to
all
make
of the
a joke.
ones I've got have level being horizontal or
Can you laugh
even,
with me?
equilibrium, not altering in height, anything like
You're
that.
not laughing with me, Bev.
Try say something funny then.
I'll go to our site, right? I'll go to
Yeah, I've dropped
on the
a
level.
new header page for the website in the live stream, Bev. What do you reckon?
Oh, nice.
Oh, that works nice.
There you go. See, there's a. Oh, put it in the wrong
Wrong
one,
one,
didn't
Bev.
it?
Wrong one.
Yeah, that's cool.
Horizontal plane or line with respect to the distance above or below a given point. A position on a real or imaginary scale of amount, quantity, extent, quality. Having a flat and even surface without slopes or bumps. It doesn't really say curved,
Does it
Amazing,
not?
isn't it?
but it would follow a curve.
Where does it say that?
Alright, this one, I like the one. The best one I've ever got is the one from Hyperborean. Shout out to Hyperborean for this one, because that's got a horizontal plane or line, surface without inequalities, state of equality standard, line of direction, an instrument for indicating a horizontal line or plane, a section of canal from one lock to another. I mean, that's cool, isn't it? I mean, that's probably one of the best ones I've ever seen. That even, horizontal, smooth, equal to something else of importance, leveled, leveling, to make even, free from equalities, bring to the same level, pointing, taking aim. No curve. Why do you think they would take that out of the dictionary about that section of one canal from one lock to another? That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it?
Maybe it just says too much, Bev.
I've got this one here on the. This is a good one as well. I like the way you can just copy and paste from the website. Yeah, it's very good.
Have you
Level.
checked the website, Brad?
Yeah. Level, flat, plane, even, smooth, mean having a surface without bends, curves, or irregularities. Wow. No way. Let me do that again. Level,
your dictionary?
flat, plane, even, smooth, mean having a surface without bends, curves, or irregularities. I mean, how weird's that? Level applies to a horizontal surface that lies on a line parallel with the horizon. No way.
So if it's not on the horizon, it's not level.
It says parallel.
Are you doing me your definitions, Brad? What you got?
Have you come to help him, RC? Has he called you in? Do you know, Brad?
I might have to phone a friend.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Have you? What have you got then, Brad? He's phoning a friend. Brad's phoning a friend. RC, are you that friend? And or do you have any? Can we ask the audience? Ask the audience. Has anybody got
never met
any
Brad
definitions of level being curved anywhere?
No.
No.
Do definitions always reflect reality and every aspect of reality?
Well, I don't know if you've not got anything anywhere that ever shows a curve. I mean, it must be slightly strange of you to imagine a curve where there is none ever shown anywhere. Right? You'd think that a bit strange, at least.
No, not at all. I mean, I've seen pictures of Earth and it's sphere, so.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Hey, I agree.
So
Wow.
So that wouldn't be very strange to say, oh, okay, there are level things on the Earth, the things we call level, but Earth is also a sphere.
Okay. Like, I know this this belief is strongly in your head, right?
Well, it wouldn't be very much of a belief if I look at evidence and make a logical conclusion based on that evidence now, would it? Like a live stream from spacing the curvature of Earth, for example.
Have you personally? I mean, like,
have I personally seen a live stream from space? Yeah.
We have this thing here where we talk about proofs and that, and everybody that mainly comes here and ends up deciding that the proofs are their own. You can't ever hand a proof off to anybody. A proof has to be gained. Right? Now, most of the people round here have, I wouldn't say high standards. I mean, they have their own standards of proof that normally they have an ability to justify it, right?
Sure.
Now, I don't think I've ever heard anybody come up with a reason for a proof of theirs because somebody showed them a picture, or maybe they watched the film somewhere. I mean, that'd be pretty bad, right? If somebody were to say, I'm going to cite Space 1999 as my proof of space because it was a film I watched.
You said a proof. I said it's a good piece of evidence.
Okay.
Reliable piece of evidence.
All right.
Hello? Not a fact, though, right? It's not a fact at all. Just your imagination.
Yeah. You call it evidence, but
if I'm watching a live stream, it's not really my imagination.
okay. We are being a bit distracted here from Brad, and I've got to go and get the missus, so.
Kind of getting off topic.
Yeah, we were talking about level, but
we were talking about level.
Yeah, and how you justify your the geometry, right?
Okay, we were talking level and horizontal.
And you were getting as a proof of your curve.
Yeah, I'm saying at point A, level and horizontal are the same. But as soon as you move out to point B or C, level falls away. You know, your horizontal will rise up.
That's a good.
I think that's what we were talking about.
Buster's just done another one from Collins' dictionary there. Again, there's no curve. Not even a sniff of a curve.
I even put it into the DuckDuckGo and can't find anything at all. It just gives you the definition of curve.
Level would follow the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah, you keep saying
Would you agree with that?
You keep saying it like it's a mantra, like somebody's told you to come in here and keep saying it.
Okay, like on my picture, I have pole A, pole B, and pole C, right? 8 inches off of pole A, 8 inches off of pole B, and 8 inches off of pole C. Would that line be left?
Is that? Let me see. Which drawing? At the top one. That's the water level of a canal, is it?
The flat does it say flat and then curve
Pardon?
on my picture?
Yeah, it just says flat in the top. I don't know what you're referring to.
Does it say flat and then on the bottom it says curve?
Yeah, I can see it says flat. I can see that, yeah.
On the
What
bottom
is the
does it say-
flat referring to?
If you do your test and you get the result, that would be flat.
It
On the
would be, you
bottom,
mean level would be
it-
horizontal.
What was it?
It's a bit of a pet peeve of mine, this. You've labelled that flat, but the test is just for level being horizontal.
Yep.
So what's flat? I mean, is that just one of your favourite words or something?
No.
No.
If you get this result, we live on a flat Earth. If you get the one on the bottom, then we live on a curved
We
Earth.
don't live on a flat Earth, though. We prove that you don't live on a flat Earth.
I don't care.
We even had a
Horizontal.
globe earther come in here yesterday and prove that we don't live on a flat Earth. Right? We agreed with him. He's completely correct. We do not live on flat Earth.
Okay.
There are mountains and valleys, and they are definitely
wanna
not
call
flat.
Now
However,
we're getting back to word
the
definition.
water level is horizontal.
Instead of flat, what should I call it? If you don't want to call it flat,
It's a test for level being horizontal, right?
well,
So just put level is horizontal at the top, and then put your favourite bit that you like saying at the bottom.
I don't know why we just can't call it flat. Level is horizontal.
I've got to go out and get the missus now, so I'm going to leave it recording though, so somebody's going to have to take over.
I can't hear him, and I really can't be bothered. So.
All right. Well, I'm gonna drop out.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I can hear him, but I just don't want to talk to him.
Oh, you made
He
him
keeps
go.
He kept saying that shit like, all right, it goes around the curve of the earth. Yeah, because you were taught that. You don't think maybe you were taught a lie?
He did say 2 or 3 times he didn't care about the definitions.
Yeah.
He said that.
He lives on a curve. He lives on a curve.
And he doesn't.
I got going to Levy.
Meaning.
Like right. Right has many meanings. Am I right? Or am I turning right?
The opposite of wrong is right.
Right is right. Right is what I say.
Yeah, silly. It took you like 20 or 30 minutes to find one definition to support your curve.
You know what it was? I was on the very top, and there's noun and verb. I needed to go down further to the adjective, and then it was there. It takes me a while. Anywho, I gotta go. You guys be good.